I'm here at the Alliance Building Conference because I think it's literally the most important place to be today. I think it's crucial that we work together to ensure that votes really do count. In other words, that people really know that when they cast their vote, that is translated into seats. And if that really happened, then we wouldn't have a government that was effectively only elected with 24% of people eligible to vote. The current system is completely broken. People don't have any faith in it, and that is reflected by lowering voter turnouts. And essentially, the bottom line is it's completely unfair. Well, I really welcome the fact that talks are happening already this early on in the Parliament between the different political parties, searching for the best ways in which to put forward a manifesto pledge. I hope in every single party manifesto that the first thing they would do after the next election would be to bring in electoral reform. But I hope as well that this is an opportunity to start building trust between different political parties, because I certainly know that that can be a real issue. So much of our time in political parties we spend kind of fighting each other. We have to recognise there are really important times when by working together we can better serve the people we represent and get things done. There's certainly a role to be played by the public in terms of lobbying their MPs to take this seriously, letting their MPs know that if they were to put such a commitment high up their political agenda, that would be something that people would appreciate. And again, I think it's up to everybody just to have those conversations in their own lives, talking to their work colleagues, their family members around, why don't we have a governance system in this country that works? We like to pride ourselves on democracy in this country. It's nearly 100 years since women got the vote. That's great, but let's make sure now that that vote really makes a difference. Under this electoral system, you can't argue that it does. I think one of the reasons it's been low on the political agenda is by the time the party gets elected into government, even if that party had a previous commitment to electoral reform, if they've managed to get into government, by definition they've done it through the unfair first-past-the-post system, and so therefore maybe a little bit of their enthusiasm ebbs once they're in government. So I think that makes it even more important that they're under real pressure from the public, that there is a commitment in manifestos, and hopefully even that we can go somewhere faster than 2021 even, and find some kind of progressive alliance which meant that we could make sure that the next government that gets in is a genuinely representative one. I think a fairer voting system would help people engage more with politics, because it means that the issues that politicians are discussing are more likely to be the ones that are of concern to the vast majority of people. If we have a much more direct linkage between the votes that people cast and the people who are elected, then I think that first of all means that that people have more confidence in the system, and hopefully they can lobby their MPs to make sure that the issues they care about are high on the political agenda. I think conferences like today's are incredibly important. I want to really pay tribute to Make Votes Matter. I think they've done a great job in convening people together. Now it's up to us to make sure the conversations happen and that the commitments are made.